and welcome to News First Prime Time Sunrise.
Good morning, it's the 22nd of June 2015. I'm Sonali Vanigabadage with the news. Let's start off first with a look at the morning's headlines. Special program underway to hospitals to curb the spread of the influenza virus. 40 persons arrested from the Kalmia Police Division following issuance of arrest warrants. Steps taken to construct a hospital to treat patients suffering from kidney disease. Bangladesh clinches victory over India for the first time at an ODI. Health sector trade unions point out the importance of adopting expedient measures to control the spread of the AH1N1 influenza virus. Chairman of the All Ceylon Nurses Union, Gamini Kumar Singh, has stated that the providing of services to patients should be made more efficient in hospitals.
We see that there persists an increase in the risk of the spread of the virus around the island. Due to this virus spreading to groups of all ages, several deaths have been reported. Therefore, as a medical union, we point out that steps should be taken to curb the menace. Especially the number of patients arriving at hospitals for treatment have increased drastically. Therefore, there persists a need for equipment to fulfill the needs of the patients and also for the curb of the virus as soon as possible.
Meanwhile, Director of the Epidemiology Unit at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Pabba Palihavardhan, has stated that a special program is underway in hospitals to curb the spread of the AH1N1 influenza virus.
The treatment needed by the patient could be obtained from the OPD if it seems to be a normal virus. Likewise, if expectant mothers are infected with fever, cough or cold, they will be treated immediately. The Ministry of Health has provided us with the essential medicines and it will be used at times of need. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Health states that 30 persons have died owing to the influence of the H1N1 virus. Senior Secretary at the Epidemiology Unit of the Ministry of Health, Dr. Atulali Pathimana, states that 10 expectant mothers were among the deceased.
Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Jayalalitha Jayaram, has requested the Indian Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, to ensure the release of the Indian fishermen in Sri Lankan custody. BBC News reports that the request has been made by a letter. Sending a letter to the Indian Prime Minister, the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, Jayalalitha, pointed out that the Indian fishermen being arrested by Sri Lankan Navy was a cause for concern. The Chief Minister has also requested to immediately release the 31 Indian fishermen and 23 boats which are in Sri Lankan custody. Meanwhile, the Indian fishermen who were arrested last morning will be held in remand custody until the 26th of this month. The Ministry of Health says that measures have been taken to establish a hospital catering to persons suffering from kidney disease. Secretary to the Ministry, B. Dissanayake, stated that the hospital will be built in the North Central Province. B. Dissanayake stated that the disease has been seen mainly in the North Central Province, especially Polonnaruwa, Anuradhapura, as well as the Kurunegala district, Munaragala and Ampara. He added that further to a request made by President Maithripala Sirisena, the Chinese government provided Sri Lanka with 500 beds and amenities to treat kidney disease. The Secretary to the Ministry also noted that initial plans are underway and that this measure will be greatly beneficial in battling with the disease and curing it. Still in local news, Deputy Minister Eran Vikramaratne says that the government will give priority to developing the education sector. He was addressing a meeting held in Avisabel.
When formulating policy, we have already decided to give first priority to education, 4 times the amount set aside by the previous government. We will invest 400% more because we realize the importance of education.
අපේ වැදගත්කම
Minister Rosie Senanayake says that certain parliamentarians don't have the right to criticize the government. She made this observation while addressing a meeting in Mullairiyawa North.
Today we find some from the Sri Lanka Freedom Party who are now a part of the government and holding ministerial and deputy ministerial posts and criticizing the government. With the election just around the corner, they have no basis at all to criticize the government. The reason is that this government was formed in 100 days only to fulfill the promises made within that period, not for anything beyond that.
A quick look at your weather update for today. The Met Department predicts that the possibility of a rain being experienced over the country is very low. However, there will be a few showers in the western, Sabaragamuwa, central and northwestern provinces and in the Galle and Mathura districts. Strong southwesterly winds can be expected over the country and surrounding sea areas at times. In the local schooling arena, St. Joseph's College Maradana and Mahamaya College Kandy clinched the championship titles at the Junior Nationals Championship worked off at the Sugatarasa Stadium. The 42nd Junior National Championships were worked off at the Sugatarasa Stadium for 4 consecutive days and concluded yesterday. 2,563 sportsmen and 1,625 sportswomen from 165 schools around the island participated at the meet. 10 new meet records were set at this year's Junior Nationals. Royal College Colombo managed to emerge runners-up at the meet in the men's category. Incidentally, this is the 12th consecutive time that St. Joseph's College emerged champions at the Junior Nationals. Meanwhile, Visakha Vidyalaya Colombo emerged runners-up in the women's category and Mahamaya College clinched the championship title for the 17th consecutive time. And that wraps up Primetime Sunrise. Your next hourly update comes your way at 8:55 this morning.
Hotline 0114-896-896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.